Hello, this video is about ovens and oven safety. We've talked about fires before. We go through pretty extensive stuff about fires, but I want to talk to you a little bit about how you run the ovens, how you keep yourself from getting burned. Right next to the stove here, there are oven mitts, and usually they're pretty long. At least they are on my little short arms. Okay, so they're long. They go, let's see, up to my elbow here. All right, so you're going to have these on at all times when you're using the oven. Okay, so let's look. This is a gas oven that I'm using in this class. And here are the control panels right here. Okay, so to turn on the oven, you would press bake, and then you're going to press the up arrow key. And that's 350. I don't know. Sometimes recipes call for 375. Okay, so I'm going to hit stop. That turns it off. And then if you want to broil something, you push the broil button and the up arrow key. Same thing, and then turn it off. I wouldn't use the timer on here. Use it on your microwave because it works better. It seems like every year I have people literally turn off the oven. And they're like, I was just setting the timer. Okay, so here is what the burners look like. There are 4. There's one top right. There's one in the back. There's one in the top left, or front left, I guess you could say. I say top. Front left, rear left, okay? In order to start one of these, the gas, there's the off button right here. Let me get you a little bit closer maybe. The computer's sitting on a bag of powdered sugar right now, so I don't have a good thing here. So it says off. So I'm going to click it on light. Okay, and hear the clicking. That means it lit. All right, and then I can turn it down to medium. That's about a medium heat. There's a low, very, very low heat. Okay, so the flames go up and down, obviously, when I turn it up and down. You're going to start it out pretty high, and then you're going to crank it down. Okay, and then to turn it off, I'm just going to twist it to where it's all the way off. And you shouldn't hear anything. You shouldn't see any kind of flame coming out of there. It's completely off. Do not touch these unless you have oven mitts on. You won't even know that they're hot because they're not red, but they're very hot, so be very careful. Okay, another thing, I took my lanyard off just a little while ago because once I lean into the oven, my lanyard goes right into the oven also. Okay, so say my oven's ready to go. We've got my oven mitts out. And I'm just going to put a tray in here for a second. Don't ever put a plastic tray in there, but just to show you what it looks like. All right, so I'm going to tell everyone in my kitchen, oven door's open. I'm going to push the oven door down all the way. And usually I use the handle. And then you're going to use the bottom rack here. And your cookie sheet goes in just like this. Okay, some people, and I'm using the red plastic thing just to show you. You cannot put plastic in the oven, obviously. It will melt. Some people put it in this way, but you need to put it in this way. It fits in there properly, just like that. Okay? And then you would close the door, your timer goes off, everything looks like it's done. Here's the oven light. Okay, you can turn the oven light on. That's at the very top. Sorry, let me go back up here, so it's right here. And it just flips on and off here. Okay, so the oven light's on. See, my cookies or whatever I'm baking is done. I'm going to take that out. Oven door's all the way down. I've let everyone in my kitchen know that the oven door's open. And I'm going to set that right up there on the top. I'm going to close my oven door, let everybody in my kitchen know everything's good. And then you're going to let it cool down. Grab a turner, if I can find the turner in this picture. Might not be easy. Oh, yes, I found one. Okay, this is a turner. Okay, it turns the food over. And then you're going to take your stuff and put it on a cooling rack. It looks like they put the cooling rack away in this pot, in this kitchen as well. Oh, that's loud. Okay, this is a cooling rack. So you put your stuff right on the cooling rack. So that's a cooling rack. Okay, now we are going to move ourselves over. So you're going with me on a little trip to an electric oven. Okay, so I have 3 electric ovens in this kitchen. All right, so here's the electric oven. Get you close to it here. Okay, so same thing, I have 4 burners. I have the front right, I have the front left, I have the rear left, and the rear right. This is a dual burner up here, so that means the center and then the outside gets red also. In order to move on the right side here, in order to turn that one on, I'll get you closer. I'm shaking. Okay, so you're going to use the dark gray right here. So that's the dual side. I think you can see that. Okay, and then the burner is going to heat up. This dual burner is going to turn red. Okay, so that's all. Both of these are getting red right now. I know you can see that. And then if I do just the one burner, the single burner, it's just that center one's going to get red. Please make sure that you have these off. You turn your stoves off. And then it's going to have a hot surface on it. It's going to say hot surface. But I wouldn't even, just don't touch the oven because it's going to be hot. Okay, same thing here. If you're using the oven, you're going to use the bottom rack in the oven. And you're going to push the door all the way down to where it's open. And then you should be good to go. So please be careful. Wear your oven mitts all the time. Let everyone in your kitchen know that you're opening the oven door. You're around a hot surface. I don't want anyone to get burned, so have a safe cooking lab and you should be good to go.